The death of Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi, along with Foreign Minister Amir-Abolarían, in a helicopter crash on the night of May 19, completely shifts the axis of the Middle East. Raisi was the second most powerful person in the Islamic Republic, after Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who is 85 years old. The tragic and suspicious death of the president comes after cross-bombings between Iran and Israel and amidst the war in Gaza, affecting multiple political, economic, and social aspects worldwide. Raisi's disappearance has triggered a power transition, generating internal struggles among political factions, especially between reformists, supported by the United States, Israel, and Britain, and conservatives, supported by Russia and China. Of course, the death of a charismatic leader awakens nationalist sentiments, temporarily uniting the Iranian people in the face of adversity, but it will also increase demands for political and economic reforms, especially if the new leadership does not address the population's concerns. Protests and demonstrations will be grounded in the growing feminism pushing for the westernization of society, a crucial point if the succession is not transparent or is perceived as unfair. Elections to replace the deceased president must be held within 50 days, by mid-July, and their outcome will directly affect relations with the United States, Europe, Israel, Saudi Arabia, and several neighboring countries, especially if a conservative leader takes power. This will undoubtedly create tensions with Russia and China, their international allies, and intensify power conflicts in Syria, Yemen, Lebanon, and Palestine, where Iran supports various militant groups. Groups like Hezbollah, Hamas, and Shia militias in Iraq could react by strengthening their positions and actions, seeking to ensure the continuity of their support. This could even lead to changes in the leadership of Iranian-backed paramilitary groups, depending on the new directives from the Iranian leadership. Political uncertainty will affect the weakened Iranian economy, already suffering from international sanctions. Sanctions could increase or be lifted depending on the results of the new presidential election. For example, a moderate president might attempt to renegotiate the nuclear deal, while a more hardline leader might adopt a defiant stance. Ebrahim Raisi was born on December 14, 1960, in Mashhad, Iran. He held various positions in the Iranian judicial system, including Attorney General and head of the judiciary. He ordered the execution of political prisoners in 1988, for which he has been accused of crimes against humanity by various international organizations. Raisi attempted to run for president in 2017, losing to Hassan Rouhani, but in 2021 he won the presidential election with over 62% of the votes. This not only led him to the presidency but also placed him in the line of succession for Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. His presidency had an ultra-conservative focus, where nuclear deal negotiations stalled, and several significant protests occurred, such as the one on September 16, 2022, following the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini, who died in a hospital 3 days after being detained by the morality police in Tehran and taken to a re-education center for not following state hijab regulations. This sparked protests in more than 40 cities, with dozens killed in clashes with security forces, and over 1,000 people were detained, including 46 journalists, according to the Committee to Protect Journalists. In summary, the death of the Iranian president will generate a series of interconnected consequences affecting both Iran and the entire world. How this unfolds will largely depend on who assumes power and how internal and external actors respond to this new reality.